this opportunity to interact with my constituents, particularly now that we are coming to the end of our second tenure, which constitutionally is the end of our term. I have had opportunities, particularly during our first tenure, to say something about myself. I was born here in Katsina town, in Tsofar Kaswa quarters, which is a well-known quarter in Katsina here. It's a home of scholarship, Islamic scholarship. My parents and my grandfather and their great-grandfathers are all ulamas of the Islamic religion. I attended Rafinati Primary School from 1961 to 1967, and then proceeded to Barea College, where I also studied, and I was successfully in my stay there. I think one of the things that I can remember easily is when we went in Forman, we went to the assembly hall, and we saw names of people like Hamza Yad and Umar Mutallab written in gold, that they have passed this place and they have passed with grade 1. And that inspired us. So we promised ourselves that we will also do the same. And Alhamdulillah, we were able to do it, because by the time I finished my Form 5, I also was able to make it with grade 1. So these are the kind of inspirations that we were able to get from Barea College. We also were able to get politically run properly. Like I said in my Hausa version, that one of our teachers was Dr. Bala Usman, who was also very dear to me. He was our mentor right from the secondary school. And when he went to ABU, we also joined them there. He was a lecturer there, and we were also students there. So our association continued for life, because we didn't know, but then there was this movement that we had, Movement for Justice in Africa. He was our patron, and we continued to interact with him. And as God will have it, by the time I finished my university in 1979, I went for my NYSC, I came back. It was time for a lot of political activism. Parties were formed. NPN was there representing the bourgeoisie. The PRP was also there representing the Talakawas. So of course we joined PRP with Bala Usman, late Bala Usman, may God bless his soul, and all the other people that were there. Mala Aminu Kano was our leader. Malam Bulari Musa was our gubernatorial candidate. Alhaji Musa Rimi was our deputy gubernatorial candidate. Malam Musa was also a very big pillar of our party. And so we continued. I was working in the private sector, and we continued with politics then. And
Katsina City News.
In God's time, PRP was successful. It cleansed the gubernatorial seat for the all Kaduna state. And I was made the principal private secretary to the deputy governor, in charge of all the process of government, and also in particular the tenants board. for which I have a specialty. So at the end of the day, I ended up as the chief quantity surveyor in the Ministry of Works. And afterwards, at the end of the PRP government, I went back and continued with my profession, where I founded a firm with the name Project Cost Consultants. And it was a very popular name and well-known name because it made a name for itself through good practice and good professionalism. And we continued with our politics also. You know, it was a period of so many experiments in politics. You know, during Babangida's regime, we continued to go with them until in 1999, when General Abdul Salam was able to hand over power to an elected civilian government under General Obasanjo with other multi-party democracies. And in 2002, General Muhammad Buhari also decided to go into politics, and we also decided to come with him in Katsina here to support him, and under the banner of NPP, which was APP before. I was a senatorial candidate in 2003, also a senatorial candidate in 2007. At the end of the day, we left the NPP and formed CPC. I was a founding member of the CPC, Congress for Progressive Change, at the national level. And I was also a leader at the state level. Then also, that was 2010. Then also the issue of the merger came, where we were able to know that in order to get Buhari to the top, we must form a mega party, which will be able to not only garner the votes of the North, but also a handshake across the Niger to get votes from the South. And we were successful in the founding of APC. And Alhamdulillah, APC was able to win the elections at the national level, and also here in Katsina State, I was its deputy gubernatorial candidate. We were able to form the government here. And since then, we have brought a lot of progress to Katsina State, Alhamdulillah. Now it is time for us to vacate the seat of government for the next person. And we thank God that God has given us the victory. It is the APC, our own party, that is now replacing us, which is a great joy to us. Because we are now confident that all the policies that we have instituted in Katsina will now be, inshallah, be continued through our own APC government. So I take this opportunity to thank the people of Katsina State for their support. They have really given us a lot of support for the love that they have shown us and for being patient with us. We thank them very much. Alhamdulillah.
Katsina City News.